Welcome to Dr. Balga's podcast for the Curious Doc. Today is May 12, 2026. This video is on two JAMA articles available free. The first is titled Efficacy and Safety of Digitalis Glycosides in Heart Failure, a meta-analysis. The second is titled Digoxin in Patients with Symptomatic Rheumatic Heart Disease, a randomized clinical trial. The first study was a pre-specified preferred reporting items for systematic review and a meta-analysis. They included placebo-controlled randomized trial over 1,000 patients using PubMed. 3 trials had 9,013 patients with heart failure with mildly reduced or reduced ejection fraction. The weighted mean age of the study cohort was 64.5 years. 22% were female and the remaining were men. Cardiovascular death or first worsening heart failure, 41% with Digitalis and versus 45% with placebo. The p-value was less than 0.001. First worsening heart failure only, 26% with Digitalis versus 33% with placebo. P-value less than 0.001. Cardiovascular death was same in both groups, 27%. P-value equals 0.81. All-cause mortality, 32% in the Digitalis group versus 33% in the placebo group. Again, the p-value equals 0.41. No significant heterogeneity by trial or Digitalis glycoside type or background therapy. The signal of the study supports add-on prevention of worsening heart failure, not mortality. The second trial is a randomized clinical trial of Digoxin in rheumatic heart disease, multi-center randomized placebo-controlled trial in 12 Indian tertiary hospitals. They enrolled symptomatic rheumatic heart disease with heart failure, atrial fibrillation or flutter, or prior Digoxin. The patients were randomized 1:1 to oral Digoxin, 0.125 to 0.25 milligrams daily or matching placebo. Median follow-up was 2.1 years. The primary analysis included 1,759 patients, mean age 46 years. 72% were female. Mixed multivalve lesions 81.5% and moderate to severe mitral stenosis in 85%. Atrial fibrillation was present in 70%. 90% were New York Heart Association class 2 to 4. The primary composite of all-cause death or new onset worsening heart failure was 31.4% with Digoxin versus 35.5% with placebo. P-value equals 0.02. New onset of worsening heart failure, 25.8% with Digoxin versus 29.2% with placebo. 10.4% all-cause mortality was 10% with Digoxin versus 10.4% with placebo. Suspected toxicity led to permanent discontinuation in 10 Digoxin patients. That's about 1.1%. And 1 placebo patient. The benefit of the study was fewer heart failure events with little toxicity. What are the key takeaways? Old drug, new signal. Digitalized glycosides are not mortality drugs. The consistent values in reducing heart failure events. In mildly reduced or reduced ejection fraction heart failure, think adjunctive therapy when congestion recurs despite contemporary background therapy. In symptomatic rheumatic heart disease, the best niche may be younger patients with atrial fibrillation and preserved kidney function. Use low doses, monitor carefully, monitor kidney function, potassium, drug interactions, bradyarrhythmias, and symptoms of toxicity. This remains the guardrail. In low and middle income countries, worsening heart failure often means diuretic escalation, not hospitalization. Event definitions therefore matter. The bottom line, digoxin is a small key, not a master key, useful when the right lock is worsening heart failure. This study teaches how to use digoxin without Digitalis drama. Hit pause and read this infographic at your leisure. Podcast brought to you by masterbedfacts.com. This podcast is for physicians and healthcare providers. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and forward to your friends.